Hey guys, Jarwa, back again. Little Alpha 17 horde test action. My cheese grater base, totally cheesing it up. I got some hatches here. See if we get some cops this time to do some testing. This is basically a tower base with ramps. I only have two sides of it done so far. That's quite a lot of resource gathering. See, they're just ramps, 3 wide, 4 gap. Playing around with bars, chest high bar like that makes them jump. Low bar, they just seem to ignore. Spikes, the wooden ones don't really get anything done, but why not? This is high enough up that they take fall damage, and they just loop around and do it again 3 times and they're dead, since there's now a fall damage cap. I just added these bars just in case for spiders. Did get one on day 7, and he didn't seem that interested in climbing, but added him just in case. Also just added this roof in case we get stupid vultures. Hate them quite a lot. But yeah, this is just cheesing it up. I hate that the game has been kind of reduced to this, since I primarily played it as a base builder, and now base building is pointless and also extremely time consuming. But we'll see what we get here. Game stage 84. It's hard to say what that even means. Could get cops, could get barrels, could get irradiated stuff, who knows. This is Navezgane. I'm in the corner of Dyersville here. It's normally an empty lot. Eventually I will build ramps for all 4 sides. Hatch elevators do still work. This one, using the new diagonal rotation that they let you do. Pretty cool. And there you go. Got a horde here in just a couple minutes. The base of the tower is 2 thick for about 5 or 6 up, and 3 thick for 2 or 3 up. Doesn't seem to matter. The Blood Moon Horde is so focused on getting up to your elevation that on day 7 did not take a single point of block damage. Wandering Hordes, little bit different story. I've had them take some swipes at the side of the ramps. I think they just get irritated trying to go around them. Also, I've had them come up to the top and just stand there like they lose detection. Hey look, speaking of vultures, there's one puking at us right now. But the hope with the hatches is that I can guide them to a side and they won't be able to see me, so they won't shoot or spit or whatever. And that's why those bars are there. Oh, I heard something get hit. Also a bug with these hatches. These hatches are actually already open. You have to close and open them again. Let's see, it looks like they're not jumping that centered bar. They're just falling off the sides. Interesting. Oh no, see, there they go. Who is over here making the... Oh, it's another stupid bird, isn't it? It is. Man, those spitting versions have quite a bit of health. Yeah, see, these are already open. Irritating. See, off they go. Seems to work better when you do line yourself up so that they don't have to turn. Man, I'm getting a lot of these vultures. But these guys just keep on happily doing laps. I would like to get a cop up here. because the cops are going to do like the vultures. They'll be able to see me, so they'll want to vomit. I want to see if putting a hatch in their face makes them charge instead. But you can see up here in the console, killed, 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 killed. So that's, they're just taking fall damage. Killed, killed. I've heard that it's capped at 33%. They haven't actually verified that. But since they're more than happy to just keep running laps, if it takes 3 falls, no big deal. I hear another vulture. Yep. There you go. I mean, if the hatches work, you could probably just go AFK and let the horde run itself out, which is pretty lame. But considering you can't do underground bases, at least not fall bases, you can do basically hiding. I've never actually been a fan of that. I want to fight the horde, but with the block damage the way it is now, you can't really cage them. You can't do fighting pits or anything like that. They just pile into one spot and absolutely destroy blocks. Doesn't matter what blocks you use, steel, anything. But with underground in Alpha 16, you could go 100 blocks deep and it would break detection, even for the Blood Moon. Screamers, Blood Moon, nothing would actually be able to find you. It seems like, from what I've heard from other people, that distance is now longer in Alpha 17. But Vidui did verify that if you go deep enough, I guess there's a mountain in Navezgane that you can be almost 300 blocks from the surface. Oh, here comes a cop. But in that spot, that far from the surface, the Blood Moon was not able to detect him, which is similar to Alpha 16. So, okay, answers that question. Closed the hatch in his face, he ran up to the top of the ramp, and jumped right off. There you go, even cops. They'll just happily run up here and fall off. See, there he is again. And off he goes. I don't know what he's doing there. I do assume, and from Spartan's video where I got this basic idea and just made it tall enough that they take fall damage, the cop will probably pop instead of dying from the fall damage, which means he will definitely do damage to the ramp that'll have to be repaired. I don't think it'd be enough to matter, and there's really no reason for it to be stronger than cobblestone. But I mean, if he manages to take down a ramp, I can just move over to my right. Everyone will shift over to that ramp like nothing changed. No big deal. Let's see, what is his entity ID? I see his spawn line, but I don't see where it calls out his entity number. You can hear them hitting something down there. They might have just pathed into different spikes for some reason. Might have got a lucky shot off on a candle, or who knows. Because they are coming to me, so you can see they are sort of jumping towards the middle. I'm pretty sure if I move over here, they'll stop that, but I don't have as good a view then. So like right, yeah, see, they come right for you. The AI has got no tricks. I'm pretty sure if I stand here, the cop will be able to see me, and will start a vomit. Oh, nope, he was going too fast for his own good. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what we're reduced to right now. I've heard some rumors that they're going to make the AI mix and match, so that you may get the old AI that will not maze like this AI does, but I kind of fear if they do that, they will just completely break bases of every design, because the ones that don't maze will punch straight through whatever obstacle is between them and you, which will then make the maze AI see that as the shortest path as well, and basically you just get the worst of both worlds. So we'll see. I'll be kind of curious to see what, if anything, the Fun Pips can do to sort this out. There you go. So when he can see me, he will puke, but all I had to do was step out of his line of sight, and off he goes. I wonder how many falls it's going to take to kill him. He is pretty tanky. He's clearly not taking very much damage from that fall. I mean, later in the game, throw some explosive crossbow bolts at him, or even stand up there. Seems like maybe we've stopped spawning so many vultures. And from up here, you got a wonderful view down the ramp. I think it'll be possible to put maybe a turret right here and actually control it from inside, so that you don't even have to be visible to the zombies. You can just control a turret here and shoot to your heart's content. Yep, there he went. I think there's a regular cop wandering around down here somewhere. You can see they just go to whichever side you're on, so as I was saying, even if they manage to tear down a ramp somehow, you just move them over to another one. It's funny, you can see they'll run down to whatever an acceptable fall distance is, and then route to another one. Fairly ridiculous. Oh, see now he... Like I said, I think this horizontal bar is actually messing him up more so than the low bar over here. Let's move him over to this one. Yeah, see, he actually broke a block. And so now that's interesting. I think they're doing that because I'm so much higher than they can get. Because they don't do that if I'm at their level. Yeah, see, now they're back to all just running this way. Whoa. Not entirely sure what happened there. I did have some pretty funny behavior with dogs. Maybe that's what that was, because I see one down there. Every once in a while the dogs just launch off the ramp like they've learned how to fly, which is pretty amusing. goes that cop. Oh, he broke my candles. Rude. But you can see, even without my help, I can just stand back here away from the openings, close the hatches. I don't know if the stupid birds will attack down or not. I know he will try to come in here. Killing the bar? No? Weird. So the zombie vultures are not set up properly as body type when they die, evidently. Killed. Feral cops. Killed. That cop radiated. Sounds like the only thing left out there is cop. Yeah, down to 2 zombies. There goes that cop. We can hear him. Oh no. Must have been 2 cops. Bird flying around somewhere. Trying to figure out why we got 1 left. So you can see when I was standing up high, higher than they can get to, that does lead to them starting to break stuff. I guess probably because once I got to that point there was no better path, and they switched to their just break whatever blocks are handy routine. You can see quite a bit of damage down there. It's probably all cops. Most of this is just flagstone, only this side face and outside of the tower has been upgraded at all. And I just got the recipe for the concrete mixer, so I haven't actually made any concrete. Dogs down here. Yeah, quite a bit of damage here. I mean, they were doing a number on this, but like I said, I think this is all cop explosion damage, because like this is falling blocks, not a block that was hit and destroyed, just like that. But it's just a 3 wide ramp, a 3 wide gap for the ramp. See, they took out a block here. This is probably the cop spitting at me. Again, easily mitigated by just not letting them see you. Yeah, they tore this thing up. Although it looks like most of this I was talking about, you can only this face had been reinforced at all, and it looks like those survived. So this stuff might be, I mean, it's all beat up pretty good, but I don't think any of it was ever attacked, because they would have just kept beating on it until it broke. So the fact that there's all this stuff that's so damaged, it's all probably all explosion. But if I had upgraded it all to this, and by next horde I will do that at least 3 or 4 high, I bet none of these blocks would have broken. Spikes, they're really, I mean, I'm just kind of putting them here out of habit. They're not very effective anymore. They're really expensive relative to what you get back for them. The iron spikes are quite a bit better, but there's really no need for them. I hear a zombie. Oh my god, that is a dog horde. I'm gonna die. Or I'm gonna switch to god mode. Haha! Whew. Okay then. Yeah, I think I'll just come right up here, thanks. Good lord. How many dogs was that? Look at all the dogs. Wow. It's almost like this game's trying to kill you. Spawning a bunch of dogs less than an hour after Blood Moon Horde ends. Jeez. Alright, well there you go. Terrible AI leads to terrible base building. Okay. Miss the fun multiple 100-hour builds with 4 or 5 people getting together, putting, hundreds of thousands of resources into some massive base. If you built such a thing now, it would just get torn down by random zombies throwing a temper tantrum because you don't have a welcome mat right to your body. Basically, your front door is not even good enough. They need to build a path all the way to you. And ironically, a tower like this, you could actually leave hollow all the way to the bottom, have an opening a couple blocks wide, and just do a spiral staircase all the way up the wall. And at the top, just have it open, basically. Like if I made this inside a spiral staircase all the way around the walls and had it end at the same height I'm at, but all the way across from me, they would do the same thing they're doing on these ramps. They'd run all the way up the spiral, jump off, and fall to the bottom and do it again. So I mean, you could build basically the same thing without these ramps inside a structure like this, and same thing though. All you're seeing for base builds right now are mazes or ramps, and it's all because of this new pathing. It's just terrible. Anywho, another video maybe when the base is further along, especially if we come up with anything new where they patch the AI to make base building more interesting again. Till then, see you later.